Alright, let's talk about should you ever change your bass strings. Nah, I wouldn't even bother with it. If you want some different type of bass strings, yeah, you can like change your bass strings to get some different strings, but I don't see the point. And I have changed some bass strings. Here's the problem. They do sound better when they're new, but they don't sound as bassy. They have kind of like this little treble twang. It sounds good. It's almost like a harmonic, but it hurts your fingers to break in new bass strings because they're so thick. And then it could take years, honestly. Some people report that it takes 5 years to break in your bass strings. That's what my bass teacher said. And for me, I've changed some strings and then like kind of regretted it. Like that white one, it had probably bass strings on. Well, no, those bass strings that were on it were like huge, so I had to take those off. I mean, they were fine, but they weren't gonna break. Definitely not gonna break because they were so huge. But I couldn't put huge strings on my bass like that, so I had to take those off. Otherwise, yeah, once I changed those and put some new ones on, I was like, ooh, especially on a freaking Steinberger with no head. Oh man, I sold that guitar after that mistake. It wasn't my mistake, but yeah, just leave it alone. I don't even take the stock strings off my basses. It could be the shittiest strings. Came from the factory. If it sounds good, here's the problem. It sounds good and everything, right? And you change it, it doesn't sound quite as good. You fell into the if it ain't broke, don't fix it rule. You fell right into it, you know? And people do this all the time with guitar pickups. My guitar sounds great, but I think I could make it sound better, so I was thinking about like ruining it. Yeah, that's probably what'll happen, you know, like you change it and it's just not just it's not as here's the thing. It could be good in some situations, but it's going to be traded off in other situations. Like how they do sound more fresh and crisp and there's more dynamics in fresh strings. Yeah, but there's less bass, you know? And a bass string is just like all the dead skin stuck in between your strings that makes it sound deader. It doesn't actually ruin the sound.